Stars of the Galaxy, shining the spotlight on local athletes.
Dumela, my name is Thoriso Bogwasi and I represent Basil Hockey Club, Gaborone. I am 26. I was born in Gaborone, did all my primary mo Gaborone, Gegodisege, Mamale Papa. Then we moved to Maung with my mom and my brothers. Gira High School, Kavango International School, which is where I learned hockey. Hockey in Form 1, Form 2, if I remember properly. I was introduced to hockey by Justice Dipeva, who was our PE teacher at the time. Kavango International.
What just to introduce you to hockey, isn't go athletics?
Yeah, believe it or not, Kero Titileng hockey, and a lot of people are surprised when I say that because he's known for athletics. I always mention his name when given the opportunity, and I'm grateful for him teaching me the sport.
What do you remember from your first few lessons, and how were you able to juggle between sport and school?
Hey, well, my first time I was struggling because where I came from, Neketamga footballer, Neketamga striker, goalkeeper, and the sport was very different. So and I always wanted to be the best. With school, break time, lunch, I would always go get a hockey stick and try play. I just continued showing up, and the passion made me one of the best players. That's how I became strong in the sport. I just kept on trying and trying and trying.
And who did you look up to, or I want to end up like that?
The only role model that I had was Jamie Dwyer, who was an Australian hockey player. He's now retired. When I looked at how great he was known across the world. He still is a striker. I wanted to emulate his skills, so I kept watching his videos. Even the people I was playing against, I was looking up to them, but I was looking at them so that I can surpass them. Yeah, so I managed to do that.
What does a hockey player do after school? Hockey, like la football, like la netball, like
for me, I was someone who likes reading, just being on the internet, taking walks, trying other sports, because when you play hockey, you need to learn from other sports because they help make you a better player.
You mentioned with your idol, what was his name?
Jamie Dwyer.
What you wanted to emulate him, what there were targets? What were those?
I really wanted to be the best striker in Botswana and then one of the best internationally. I wanted to be that guy. Like when you needed a goal, I'm that guy. I wanted to be the top player in Botswana.
You needed goals in Devon.
Yeah, so the funny thing is, the more you play, you have to look for different positions to play because you can believe or you are very good at striking, but also the team may need a more complete player in the midfield. So you have to sacrifice playing in front, sometimes you play in the middle. So that's what happened with me. Even though I know I'm a great striker, I'm able to play in the middle, and the team relies on me to play in the middle, even though I can play up front.
What would you say are your most fondest memories of life as a hockey player, especially at junior, senior school?
I think the best was when I was selected for national team, when my name was known around different parts, when we go compete in Francistown, in Pique, in Gaborone, and people knew me. Those moments brought so much joy to me. And when we went to compete with other schools, I remember when I was in Maung and then we competed in Gaborone, just seeing all different people, different schools. I was used to playing hockey at Alamo North, so to see hockey even in the south, and there are so many other schools, those were fond memories, things that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed competition.
And your worst experience as a hockey player?
Was when I was supposed to be competing for under 21 in Windhoek. The trip sort of got cancelled the day of departure. So we were excited, we were bonding the night before. We stayed up all night preparing for the trip, and then just before we were supposed to go, the trip was cancelled and we didn't end up competing. And we were a strong team and it broke a lot of hearts, and even mine, my heart was broken. So that was the worst experience for me in hockey.
How do you recover from that as an athlete? There are instances where you get walloped to the core, like we suffered heavy defeats in South Africa against South Africa and Namibia.
In life, you know that you you're not always going to win. 2016, the time that the trip got cancelled, I was really heartbroken, but I understood that I'm not the only one who has been in this situation. And if I give up now after investing all these years, what would that say about me? I'm limiting myself and the greatness that I can achieve. In the case of the Durban competition, the Africa Hockey Indoor Cup, which was for world qualifiers, it was tough conceding all those goals, but I understood the position that we're in. We're playing the two best countries in Africa, and these are teams that have been to the World Cup before. They've competed at the highest level consistent. I was not really heartbroken. I was disappointed that we didn't score, but I understood where we are and where we're trying to go. So in order for us to be like those teams, we have to continuously play those teams. Even though there was a lot of, talk and shaming that was happening during the tournament, I look forward. I know where we're trying to go. So that's what keeps me going.
Let's talk about why you formed the team, Basil Hockey Club. And Basil
is named after an emperor who reigned across Europe, conquered all his enemies, and really was a dominant force across Europe. So when I looked at that, I wanted to do the same thing with hockey in Botswana. I wanted to create a club where people love to play but dominate. Yeah, they dominate in the country and also being known across Africa and the world. I was playing at UB Hockey Club, and it was great, but I realized that we need more competition. We needed to grow as a sport. So I took it upon myself to start a new club, grow from there, encourage the growth of hockey in Botswana by doing something like that.
And how has it been so far? And also mention your presence on social media. I see a lot of updates on Instagram. How has that helped you?
Social media has played a very big role in our growth. If we don't sell ourselves or talk about ourselves, people won't know about us. Starting a club is not easy. You have to find the people who are interested in your vision, people who are going to stay there and commit. And then you also need to educate people, Botswana, in order to build a fan base, to build support on what you're doing, and also show the image or how you want your club to be portrayed. Social media, we use it to get attention, and we use it to record the history that we're making in Botswana.
And you did capture my attention. I've lost count of the many girls and boys I've interviewed from Basil Hockey Club, and I believe you guys are going in the right direction. So what are your most immediate aspirations as a hockey player, as a hockey manager, as a hockey coach?
Yeah, for me right now, I have to do a lot of things because we're still in the growing phase, but I am delegating. The things that I look forward to is to have a club that not only grows people in the sport but also in life. We want to have holistic players, holistic people who are able to contribute in the community. Having a junior team. Right now we've started a junior program. We're just waiting for the sports ban to be lifted. We want other clubs to grow. We don't want to grow alone. So we believe in collaborations right now. And I want hockey, in Botswana to be one of the top 3 sports. I want people to be coming to the games. I want people enjoying the sport, and I want it to be financially viable. Yes, I want hockey to be taken seriously and people see the opportunity financially and in the development of the community that we can do.
The best way for us to move forward competitively is if we introduce hockey at primary school level. Are you going to partner with any primary schools in Botswana to try to teach kids as early as possible?
Yes. Currently we're working on that. We already have a program with Bontleng Primary School. We're doing boys into men, teaching young boys not to engage into violence through sport. Worked with Stepping Stones International. We got coached on that. We got trained on that. Even with private schools, we've opened the door. I've personally worked with Legae, Bochale, Gaborone International School. I want to revive primary or junior level competitive hockey. We're looking forward to maybe having a junior league around Gaborone and hopefully across Botswana.
What do you give up in order to be able to practice, play hockey, and pursue your love for hockey in general?
There's a lot that I give up. I give up money financially because I have to personally contribute into something that I believe in before I get the support. I also give up time with friends and family. I also give up opportunities of doing other things. A lot of people know that I'm skilled in different areas. I could be focusing my time more on that than growing this dream, but I believe in the dream. I am giving up a lot, but I believe that it will pay off.
Has it paid off so far? Like, what have you gotten back since you started playing in junior school?
It has paid off many different ways. I have traveled. I have interacted with different cultures. I've been to Malaysia. I've been to Zambia. I've been to South Africa. I've been interacted with high caliber people in the sport and made friends. Yeah, long-lasting friends. There are people who still talk to me and want to meet me, and I met them 10 years or 5 years ago. So I built a community for myself. Also, my eyes have been opened. There are things that I never imagined that I would see. Flying from Botswana to Qatar to Malaysia through hockey. That's an amazing opportunity that I've had. I've represented my country. Not everyone can say that. I've made friends. I've built a club. I've built a project. I've seen people's lives being changed. And for me, you know, when I see that someone's life can be impacted through the sport, I don't want to pat my own back, but people say, you know, working with Thoriso has helped me. When I hear things like that, it means a lot to me. It has paid back in those ways, but hopefully it will pay back even financially.
I read somewhere that helping people to carve their own path helps you to carve your own. So the more people you help, the more you find your own path and realize your full potential. You are in a short list of Botswana that I totally respect. Total. South Africa, Facebook, I'm not saying so because I'm disrespecting you. I'm doing so because I hold you in the highest of regards. And I know that if we, all of us, including me, Kagiso Fox, if when we're preparing for an international or regional event, we do everything that we can. The players, the management, everyone involved. If we all do our level best, there is a talent hidden in Botswana that can even wow the Europeans if we get to play with them. We all have a role to play. Sometimes you have to push someone so that they can realize their full potential. And I believe no matter how much you've achieved, so believe in yourself, keep learning, keep growing, keep reading, and keep getting better, because the help that you are providing go Basil Hockey Club. Come on, imagine if you were doing that at national level. Imagine how many kids in 10 years time would say, I started 10 years, I'm 20, but I'm in the senior national team. So please, Oscar or Hela Pelo, and if you need help, let us know. Mudima or bless or change Matsolo Abatswana, lo ena o tla bona botshelo ba go change for the better.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the support that you're giving us, folks. I hope that, you know, this rubs off to other people. I would like to say to anyone who wants to work with us, you're welcome to work with us, and yeah, thank you.
Stars of the Galaxy, shining the spotlight on local athletes.